Anyway, you ain't going to believe this. I was down the big pit near Heathrow. I was on them for about 36 hours and then they left. Didn't get a bite. Found them elsewhere in another bay, spawning up. So I legged it, thought I'd pop into Bayeswater. There's only one geezer here. And guess what? I've just had one within 2 hours and it's a £32 linear. And it's on a zig. And I saw it pick it up in the edge. So I've done it now. Caught one on a zig. Can't believe it. But there you go, look at this creature, boys and girls. I was feeding in loads of mixes, trying to get them taken on the top. And they weren't really having any of it. There you go, look at that. Happy days, £32. Bayeswater carp from the Syndicate Lake on a bloody zig in the edge, and I saw it take it. Black foam, white sticky baits, white chocolate pop up, cut down with a bit of black foam on the top. Unreal. What a lovely carp. Oh well, on the way home, so I've saved myself 190 miles tomorrow, so I'll probably do the night now. Look at that, what a fish. Happy days. It's on a 1 ounce lead, semi-fixed, a £10 hook link. Right, I'm going to get him back now. I'm loving it over here. I'm going to be doing a lot of tuitions here as well, having this lake and the day ticket water right next door. So I'm going to be, when I go back to work, doing tuitions through the summer. That's why this is where I'm going to be mostly. Right, let's get him back. Beast. Love it. Let's have another one. Just tell you a little bit what's gone on. Dropped on here last night, done the big bit, or big pit, sorry. Poaching water, I checked it twice yesterday. Bizarre, couldn't see a carp. Decided, I've just spoke to Gary Bass, there's 4 big ones ain't been out of here yet, out of his Syndicate Lake at Bayeswater, so decided to fly down here. One's just gone over the middle left hand rod. Found him in the edge anyway, and the wind was blowing in there, but by just after dark it like calmed off, and this morning it started to blow the other way. I kept checking this bank. This is where I first caught that first one, that 35 scaly one, back in March, and saw a load going up and down this bank here. So I ran round, got the rods, got my gear, right, yeah, everything sorted. After a couple of hours, just didn't want to know really, they weren't picking up or nothing, so decided to move down into the swim, the wind, but I was just on an area, loads of tench, keep rolling in the odd carp. Now, I decided to stick to one area and then like keep 2 roving, one away, one on top of the bait, and the other 2 just like keep fuzzing the rods on carp, because there's quite a few showing out here. Anyway, the banker rod right on the bait is gone. Anyway, it's a nice linear. It's not massive. It's, I don't know, mid-20. I haven't weighed it yet. Got the rods back out because it like wiped the other rod out to the right, just off the area. So anyway, you're going to see this one in a minute. It's a right nice one. Right, here you go, folks. It's a lovely linear. £27, 4 ounces. I haven't been back to Bayeswater for ages. It's actually melting out, so there you go. Look at that. Happy days, eh, to Uncle Jim. Running chod, long running chod, on a new bait from Sticky Baits, the krill. Matching glug as well. Fished in the silk. There's loads of silk in here. It's like near impossible to present a bottom bait unless you're really lucky and find somewhere. Right. There are some absolute crackers in this water. Definitely going to be my winter water. I love it here. It's not too far away from home for me. At 80. I also had a 29 common from Cambridgeshire water, but the batteries were playing up. So I recharged them in the van, but it was too late, so I've got stills of it anyway. That's one I ain't had before from Fen, so that's a real nice one. Happy days. Home tomorrow, back out Sunday. Nah, Monday. Right, it's getting back. Just looking out over the swim I had that 27 zip linear from. Surroundings has changed since March when I was last in this swim. I haven't fished this lake for quite a while now. A bit more greenery. Water's come up miles. It's unreal. There you go, right down there. And as you come down the track over the far side, you park, what is it, over there, and then that's the day ticket round the back there. So today's been a bit funny, been a bit hard to sort of nail down. Nice to see them in the edge because I haven't really seen them about close in. I haven't really done a lot of sessions and I haven't been here for probably well over a month now. So saw a couple of the big uns, the main real big uns, right? Yeah, I think there's 4 of them, well over 40 now. They haven't been out yet, so that's why I sort of dropped on here for 36 hours, see what can happen. Second one on the bait because I had that 29, but the batteries were all dead for filming. So I just got stills like I said when I was doing the pictures. I was chasing them like down this end here. They were like right in the edge and I had rods all spaced out along this bank here. They were right in the edge, like 3 foot of water. So ducks are still having a go at some bait. What was in there from a geezer from last night. It was really funny as well because I thought I was going to get a chance, something was going to happen, but I saw maybe one have a little snuffle a couple of times, that same fish, but they were just like up and down, just bizarre really, and I didn't even spook them. What I'd done as well, right, yeah, there's a lot of silkweed in here. It's like ridiculous how much silkweed. I haven't got time to plumb around, and I only like fish start side rigs on the bottom when it's pretty easy to do that, and like when the location of the fish has been found, Now a little thing to do is like just cast out way past. So like say for instance right there in the edge, so I'm casting out 30 yards, drawing the rig back and then letting it go down. You can do this at like 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards, 80 yards. Just cast a little bit further so the bang of that lead ain't over the top of them. And you're sort of like protecting what you found and not sort of spooking them too much. So when they're in close, you can cast 30 yards, just like feather it down and drop it in, right, yeah? And then reel it back along the top, nice and gently, and then let it slip in. Nice little tip there. Anyway, it didn't pay off then, and I sort of moved down because the fish seemed to be going like down the lake to this way. I have seen a couple more in the edge, and then it just seemed as I thought, just sort of fan the rods out. A couple on the corner of the island where I've caught before, one halfway, one down the bottom of the drop off. See anything, move rods around. The main 2 rods though, I did like put about a kilo of bait out, 16s and 20 mils, so that's all going well. There's the new bait as well while I'm about. Here we go. It's a nice colour. So I only got this scent last week. Stinks. I mean, first go on it, 29 common and a 27 linear from 2 different waters in a week. Ain't bad going. So I'll be like putting this bait through its paces, messing around with different coloured hook baits as well. I have dyed some of the hook baits black just for a change. Have a little go with that. Black over sort of quite visual light coloured baits. Even though it's a brown, it's like, well, it's almost orangey colour, sort of like a black one. It's like a little bit different, so just like something else to try, isn't it? Different. Anyway, I'm going to get some kit because I am knackered. Even though I'm on holiday, I haven't been sleeping well. I was partying hard last weekend. Don't talk about that one. Couldn't even eat for 3 days, but got to have a laugh and you let your hair down. We had a great time. Went out like partying down a nightclub and stuff. Anyway, I'm not supposed to be out this weekend, but I'm going out tomorrow night, Friday night. But I'm not going on a mental because I've got a mental with 6 mates next weekend, and then I'm definitely having a break. But we're going out for a meal and a couple of drinks, and that's it. And I will be in before 2:30 this week. Anyway, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you all later. There you go. One more look at the lake. Hopefully those rods will rock there. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Can't have the chickens, right, yeah, coming in and eating all the bait. I know it stirs the bottom up a little bit, but no, I don't want all that. Things are happening here big time. Right, now I've got the rods out, well, 2 of the rods, and the lake was, the wind was blowing towards this bank on the lake, and it calmed right off. And I saw like jacuzzis right over the number, especially the right hand rod where I saw that fish roll. And I'm not fishing in heavy weed there, that's just like a real soft feeling as the chod lays down. Perfect again. The other one to the left, about 10-15 yards to the left, that's in like weed, but it still goes down right to the bottom, it's just laying on weed. So I've got 2 different sort of bottoms to fish on. Now I was really coming with a bite, mega quick. Now by dark, when I went to bed about 10 o'clock, nothing. Then I had a little liner on the right hand rod on the other set of rods. I knew they were around, I saw some fish showing just before dark behind where I am, but I'd seen 2 or 3 sort of like late afternoon over the zone, real subtle. If you weren't watching, you would never have seen them, to be honest. Just see they sort of just roll just under the surface and you see a tail come out. Definitely a carp. I've got eyes like a hawk, so I don't miss nothing. That's why Mr. Carp has to be flipping undercover with me, because if I see it, I'm on it and he's at it, and that's the simple thing. I never had that last one was that's 10 I've had out of here now, 10 bites, 10 carp. All on long running chods. I was expecting a bite in the night. It was really muggy. Slept on top of the bag, to be honest. Then the rain come in, got in the bag a little bit. I just turned over on first light and that right hand rod just like zoomed off tight. Now I'm fishing back rod rests. Why I'm doing this, right, yeah? Now I want to do the clutch up. It's weedy. I'm fishing around towers in the weed, so you can imagine I want it to lock. I want to be like the clutch near on, not mega, yeah it is, it's not right done up, but it's hard for them to take line. I mean that one zoomed off, right, yeah, it got going, but I'm only fishing about 20 yards out down to the right. Now I want that to stop the fish and lift them up in the water, so everything goes mega tight, sinks the hook big time, but I don't want to lose a rod, because if I like start doing the clutch up even more how I want it to be, I'm going to lose the blooming rod. That ain't no good. So I just use little short bank sticks, right, yeah. I've got some stainless ones from Vision, and I've got some pucker rod lock things, and I'll just like lock it all down. So when they hit that, right, yeah, there's just a stretch of the line, but that one got it moving, and when you try and pull it off the clutch, obviously he wasn't too happy. The first one come on the surface, and basically I pulled it back in, no problem. That one tried to take line, and it did. I had to like undo the clutch a little bit, and it zoomed some line off, hit the weed, come back, just kept steady pressure on it, and then netted it, just got in. Now this bait, I ain't just saying this, I don't know when it's going to be released, right, yeah, but I've tried a variety of waters. I mean, like the first time I come here I had one on it, and it was fishing really slow. I went to a water last week. You won't see the videos of that one because I didn't do any, I just done pictures. It was on a tuition, a little private Norfolk lake, some nice scalies in there, and there'll be a picture of it in Total Carp 2310. Massive apple scales all over it. I had 3, the geezer had 4, and they were all on dark side rigs. And there you go, fishing close in, gin clear on the silt. It is weedy there, but I was fishing mega close in, and we'd done a lot of stalking on that session, so he'd never seen carp so close in his life. It done his head in. He had was it 4 to 20 pound, and the first one he just couldn't believe it, like stalked right in the edge, right up close, tight and personal. Anyway, this bait, it's just like fish to 40 pound too now. Just like a variety of waters I'm taking it to. It's quite a good feed bait. It's like really natural as well. It stinks, absolutely reeks, but there's no like man-made flavours in it. It's just down to the old powders, extracts, etc., liquids, but it's like pumping out big time. These fish just seem to love it in here. Everywhere I go on this lake they seem to have it. So it's only one session I didn't have one on the lead, but that was because I only popped in on the way back from the big lake down south for about 3 hours and had my first one on a zig, that 3212, so happy days. So I didn't have any on the lead because I didn't even have a rod on the lead. My holiday's sort of like finished now, so it's time to work, doing tuition 3-4 days a week. But you know, I mean, I can't sort of like work out what the weather's going to be. I mean, the conditions are perfect, but I can work around waters, you know. So I'm using like Bayeswater. If I get people that are like right novices, take them over there, you know. If not, bring them on here. It's all for the knowledge. Got a chance of a big one as well. And being with Uncle Jim, you know, I'm not going to be in a swim unless, or an area, or a zone as you call it, unless there's carp in it. So I've got 2 nice waters to rock, fish to 40 in one, fish to 38 in the other, but there's loads of like upper doubles and 20s in the other one, and they go to, was it 30, just under 34 common and just over 45 mirror in here. So, and they're lovely scaly fish. Wait till you see this 30, well the other one's a nice one, but this 35's like just savagely nice. Been honing them hook points right down as well. Playing big time. As long as you don't go past the bend, you don't weaken the hook. And I'm getting real long, slender points now, even more so. And it just like, you know, play them hard like that in a weed, and no damage. All right, the hook point's gone over, but I'm not worried about that. The hook's done its hook's done its well, damage, isn't it? Sticky sharp, and when they get it in the gob, they don't know what the hell to do, let alone how to deal with it. So chods are working, sod the dark sides in here, can't be dealing with that. I sat and spoke about Jack about that. Unless you actually place them on, like there's a few areas around here where you can see the bottom, place them. You can go out in a boat and do it if you want, but I want to be like where the carp are, in the weed and the silt. The ducks around here are doing my sculling. Don't know what's the matter with them. Just like anyone think they're well, you know, doing their business. They should have done that all by now, going around together. Bizarre. The conditions are, like I said, they are bang on. 20 degrees yesterday, nice and hot. They've got a bit of sun on their backs, and then this cloud like moved in. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees, the odd bit of rain all week, but mostly sunny. Winds as well, and I mean it's perfect conditions. No wonder they're feeding. I've got enough bait here. I've probably got about 30 kilo. Got about 20 kilo of wet bait. No, yeah, I've got more than that actually. I've got about 40 kilo, and I've got a load of air dry bag stuff. So if they want to feed, mate, I've got enough to give it to them. So hopefully we'll get some more. And just imagine, I'm only, was it 12, 14 hours in? I have been feeding over, or fishing over, the old sticky krill pellets. I bought a 5k bag up with me, but I don't know why I haven't used them yet. I'm just going to lightly spod some out, but I've just stuck with the boilies at the moment. And it's funny how it's all on one rod at the moment, but when the lead went down on that zone, I knew it was special. That light, fluffy, like in amongst weed where it's been sifted, worked a lot, you know what I mean? And when I sat down on the bank, that Mr. Carp slipped up by just rolling out gently. Showed Uncle Jim the spot. First cast, went down lush. Because I'm meshing hook baits up. What I mean meshing them up, right, yeah, with women's tights, yeah, I go and select my own as well. You can mess around with colours. I just normally get the lightest colour, and then just like do them up, because you can imagine, if you want to leave a hook bait in position, especially a cork ball, it can get whittled down. So if you want to go past like a night, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, you need to do this. Yeah, they go like pace as well. So, but it stops a little fish whittling it down, snails, crustaceans and all the rest of it. But in your head, you know that hook bait's on. So it's like takes that doubt out. I'm not using, yeah, I suppose I am using small leads, the old Lucky leads. 1.5 ounce. I normally use 1 ounce in this, but got a duck work in the area looking down. It's not as gin clear as it normally is. It's normally like tap water. It's got a little tinge to it, right? Yeah. You can probably, instead of seeing 10, 12 foot down or more, you can probably see about 6 foot with the sun now. So I think that's helping, like stopping them seeing so much. Yeah, they can feel, but the best thing to do with feel, right, yeah, is to fish flat lines. So anyway, enough of me keep waffling on, right, yeah, because I'm going to you're going to get bored in a minute, right, yeah. Best I'll show you a carp and get you more interested. Anyway, these are sweet babes.